I'm so excited because this is the first time I'm going to try making my own Just Egg. I don't know if you've heard about it, but if you're a plant-based eater, vegan, you've probably had tofu scramble. You know, you try to mimic eggs or scrambled eggs and things like that with tofu. Well, Just Egg is a brand. It's a product that came out. And I remember when I was first trying it out, my daughter-in-law was living with us. She's from South Korea. I was reading the ingredients and she said it's made from mung beans. My daughter-in-law is used to using mung beans because they make pancakes out of them. And if you Google Korean pancakes, you'll find this is the ingredient. So she bought some, and this is what they look like. And she bought them from a Korean store, not a Korean store, maybe an Asian market, but they're readily apparently available everywhere. I'm just going to seal this again. I watched a whole bunch of videos on how to make this, and one of the tricks is that apparently it sticks to a pan, and I don't have a non-stick pan except this cute little pan that is my daughter-in-law's, but I'm using it. It's non-stick, and I still added a little bit of oil to it. So like I said, I watched a whole bunch of videos, and I'm just doing my version of it because they all had a little bit something different in it, and I don't have a package of Just Eggs here to look at the ingredients, but I remember this being basically it. So one of the things you're supposed to do is really rinse out the beans really well and soak them. I read anywhere from 12 to 24 hours. So these have been soaking since yesterday, about 11 o'clock. So it's been over 12 hours. First I rinsed them and really made sure that the water was coming clear, and then I let them soak with a lot of water. This is 1 cup and it's expanded to 3 cups. So they really expand in water. I'm just gonna rinse these out over here at the sink. Then I'm gonna put them in my blender and I'll show you what happens. So I don't know how much this is really gonna make, but this is what they look like. It's quite interesting. Let me touch them. I've never done this before. Okay. They're not super soft, but apparently you can use any type of a blender. I just happen to have a Vitamix, but apparently any blender will do. And you're going to blend all the ingredients together so it becomes super smooth and silky. So let's see if we can do this. Actually, I'm going to bring this over here because I think I'm going to make a bit of a mess. Try to get them all into the... Yeah, I knew it. It's like when you're rinsing rice, you get it flying everywhere. So this is them. Now I'm going to add all the ingredients. Now, this varied. So this is my version. I'm putting in about 2 to 3 tablespoons of nutritional yeast. I've got onion powder, about a teaspoon. Then I'm adding turmeric. Well, turmeric is really good. It'll give it more of that yellowy color. Mind you, this is quite yellowy, pale yellow already. So turmeric. And then some of the recipes called for oil and some didn't, and some called for plant-based milk and some said water. So I'm going to use olive oil because that's all I've got. It might be a tablespoon there. And then I'm adding a little bit of pepper and a little bit of salt, just regular salt, because I'm going to show you the other thing that I'm going to add is black salt or calaminac. I'll put a description of it, and I don't even know where you get it, but it has that eggy sulfury taste. And I do add this all the time to my tofu scramble. But if you're cooking with it, it kind of almost loses the eggy flavor and taste. It smells like it when you take a sniff. So a lot of times they say to sprinkle it on after, towards the end of the cooking process, so you don't lose that sulfury, eggy taste. Because we're just making this batter and then basically frying it up, I will add a little pinch of that, but I don't add too much. You can add more even afterwards when you're done making your egg. I have no idea how this is going to turn out. It's going to be interesting. I bought this. I'm sure this is going to last me forever, but it's a big tub. I ended up getting it from, where did I get it? Amazon. You can get it probably in any of the ethnic aisles in bigger grocery stores. Then the suggestion is about a 1 cup to 1/3 cup water or plant-based milk. I'm just using water. So I'm going to go over there and blend this, see how this turns out. One show that I watched on YouTube that was making this said don't overheat the when you're blending, because the heater does heat up. Oh my goodness. That looks interesting. Okay, I'm going to blend it a little bit more because it still looks a bit grainy. So I'll do that a little bit more. Okay, I just tasted it a little bit, and it does have a beanie kind of taste to it. But I think if you're using it like as a replacement for eggs, then you might enjoy it, because it usually you don't just have eggs on their own. You're either making an omelet, adding a lot of ingredients, or else you're putting some kind of sauce on it. So this is how it looks. What I usually do is when I have the just egg, they come in little squares that are folded up egg, and I would I would either microwave it, because you can do that because they're frozen, you keep them frozen, or else I would put them in a pan, fry them up, and then I put them in a sandwich, like make an English muffin type of a breakfast sandwich with tomatoes and onions. Sometimes a little bit of ketchup and sauce, depending on what I have. So let's see how this is going to go. Now, everything that I watched about this stuff is that it does stick, and that you should cook it for a little bit first before you try to fold it. Now, if this works in this thing, if I can make this fold over, I'm going to be really impressed with myself. I know I've watched my daughter-in-law, Jamie, she makes these like folded up omelets with eggs, and it's so nice, or pancakes and different things she makes with a square rectangular pan, and it looks so nice. But uh-oh, it's already sticking. Oh, actually, no, I'm going to let it cook a bit longer. Oh my goodness. I'm going to make something that's just like just egg. I'm scared now to get under this. How do I get under this? Because I don't have... Okay, this is my first try, so I'm going to try... Oh my. Look at that. I'm so impressed. But maybe I made it too thick, because this top part isn't cooked. I should have made it thinner, and then I could have just folded it over. Oh my goodness. I don't even know what to say. This looks so... So even if it has a bit of beanie taste, if you add all the condiments and things that you would to a breakfast sandwich, this would be good. Like, I can literally... Except I made this not into a square. It's more like a... oh lordy, this is going to be good. So now, because I made it so thick, it looks like I have to keep it on the heat to get the inside to cook. Otherwise, it's going to be raw and runny. How long? And this pan is incredible. This is from Korea. This is perfect. Okay, this might be done. Okay, I'm going to show you a close-up of it. Look at that. Look at how good. I mean, I made it into a puffy rectangle instead of a square, but that's still, I'm very impressed. And some of the recipes also called for, what was it, tapioca tapioca flour or baking powder, and I didn't add any of that because it doesn't look like it needs it. I'm sure this is heated up enough. Okay, let me just... Okay, I'm gonna try this. Okay. Doesn't have much taste. I probably could have added more things to it, but it definitely, like the Just Egg has a lot more, almost like artificial taste to it. This is super simple. Now, mung beans are super high. They're really high in protein, and they have lots of fiber. So these are really nutrition-packed little beans. They are part of the legume family. So if you're looking for something healthy to eat instead of tofu and you want something to replace an egg, these are cheap to buy, very inexpensive to buy these dried beans, and it makes way more than the Just Egg that you would buy already made at the store. And I'm sure you can tweak this to your own taste, whatever you'd like to add to it. And then, like I said, when you're eating it, either in a sandwich or with other things, you're going to add stuff to it. You can add more of that black salt to get a more eggy, sulfury taste to it. And it's good. And I know what's in it, so I know there's not all these crazy ingredients in there that I might not want to eat. I think I'm going to make this whole batch and freeze them, and that way when I'm going to work, I can take one of these and make something, make a breakfast from it. What do you think? I think it would taste good with some ketchup right now. Oh, the other thing I was going to show you, I will probably have it with some Finn toast. This is, Finnish people love their rye bread, and these are rounds, and I forgot to take it out of the freezer, but they're already sliced in half. You can toast them a little bit just to make them a little bit warmer, and you can make open-faced sandwiches from these, or else just make a sandwich with both halves on there. And rye bread is lower in the glycemic index, so it's like moderate to lowish. So it's not giving you instant bursts of energy like a white bread or really refined kind of a bread. So it's got more fiber, and will take a little bit longer to kind of get digested basically, and used as energy. So anyway, this is what I'm going to try it with, and we'll see how it is. Let me know if you want another version of this, if you want me to make something with like a scramble or something, or an omelet. Leave me a comment and I'll try to do it. But this is, if I can do this on my first try and it looks like this, anybody can do it. This is really good. Anyway, see you next time. Have a great week. Bye. This is so good.